All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Houston Oilers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Target. Two jet. Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Target. Down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To throw is Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Reset.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
He's going to get it running right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
No, Jack, Patriot! Gun! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Over.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Gun! Detroit!
Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Had the nifty footwork, but only able to get it to his own 20. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw on second is Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jabal Sheard. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now it's Watson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Lucky 56. No. Over. Hot.
Back to throw. Able to shake him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. DJ Reader, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here.
Richmond.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing. As the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Set. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Cunningham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gone! 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 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll drop the throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 Watch one! Watch one! Gone! 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 Over! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Bang! 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 Bang!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
And he loses the football a second time. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw, Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Back to the air, Watson on second down, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come back.
And the blitz does come. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson hands this to Foreman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Watson now on second down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Two jet, two jet. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Gun, 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 gun.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Detroit, Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over. Detroit, Detroit.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Come back, come back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's third down. For pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Target. Richmond.
On 1st down, Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Reset.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Down. Green the line.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Watch it now, Barney.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for him. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Black 22. Black 22. 2 Jets.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black 22.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56. Gone, 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 gone. Over, 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 over. Hot.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Powell. And all the way down to the 39. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down.
Over, 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 over. Hot. Hot.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless. In there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Over, 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 over. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Being chased out left. Underneath for Miller. 4 yards on the pickup. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Richmond.
To throw on second is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Maybe a free play for Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Back. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Texans,
right, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Now let's go! 319! 319! Hot! Now let's go! 319! Now let's go! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Hot! Set! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! All right, here we go. 319! 319! No, 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 no. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Hot! Watch you now, boy. No, 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 no. Check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Leopard! Leopard! Hot! Set! 319! 319! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Gun! 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 Hot! Set! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Hot! Now let's go! 319! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Hot! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Hot! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gun! Gun! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Hot! All right, here we go. 319! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Hot! Set! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky... Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Set! 319! 319! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Lucky 56. Hot. Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Hot! All right, here we go. 319! 319! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Hot! All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, over, over. Over, over. Hot. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Gun! 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 All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Hot! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Hot! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Over, 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 over! Hot! Set! 319! 319! No, check! Patriot! Patriot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Set! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Over, 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 over! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Over, 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 over! Black 99 Philly, here we go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Hot. All right, here we go. Blue